This is the second battle between Agony Achilles and Iraklis, Greek Iraklis. It's a very classic matchup. Parthia versus Sparta. So Parthia first, Noble Blood Cavalry, Camel Cataphracts, Eastern Cataphracts, Noble Blood Cavalry. Then we have Elite Persian Archers. Notice one, this is in the Blade Balance mod, by the way, which is why you'll see some things are different. Like 175 range for the Parthian Foot Archers, to increase the power of skirmish a bit. Here we have the Mercenary Peltasts, Noble Horse Archers. Over here we have the Mercenary Sarmatian Horse Archers, not the Mercenary Scythians. Same, basically. For Sparta, we have Spartan Hoplites, Heroes of Sparta. Notice they've been giving the 30 weapon damage spear, which is nice. Let's see, still, yeah, same unit size. Spartan Hoplites. And here we have Pericles Spears. Pericles Spears, quite useful for their precursors and their square formation. Might be a bit excessive here, but this is quite, I mean, 2 Tarentines on each flank, I guess, yep, and a bunch of Citizen Cavalry. It could work, could get the foot skirmishers off the field, but you are going to be losing a shitload of cav fights. I guess the cavalry is just there to tie down the Parthian cavalry so that the infantry can get in. Because Parthia, this is a pure blood skirmish army. Only Eastern Spears and Persian Hoplites. And how many foot skirmishers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foot skirmishers. So if Sparta had no cavalry, it would certainly mean trouble for the Spartans. But now that they do, the Persians need to be wise. Ooh, it looks like we're going to see a mass charge at the beginning here, before the Spartans have formed up. Yep, indeed we are. Nope, we're not. The Eastern Cataphracts get hit by precursors. And notice, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but when you're moving to the side like this and suddenly give an attack order to the front, the army is going to be in glorious noodle formation, which a charge from these cataphracts down the line here would do absolutely nothing. Now the Eastern Cataphracts did eat some javelins. The Tarentines are firing javelins on these Eastern Cataphracts, and making Eastern Cataphracts have to move a lot is a good way of making them less effective, because when they move around a lot, their stamina will drop. And when these guys get, ooh, look at all of the damage they're taking. They are slow to begin with, since they are super heavy. But when their stamina gets sapped, they are so slow that they basically have to annihilate things they hit, or they're going to get ground down very easily. So the Spartan Hoplites getting into the Eastern Spears. So are the Pericles Spears. The Eastern Spears are going to die extremely quickly here. Cheeky little unit of Pericles Spears running right past the Persian Hoplites, eating a lot of fire, which is great. Now the Camel Cataphracts are coming in to charge down the Pericles Spears, which they will do with impunity, taking a bit of friendly fire in the process. Sparta being extremely aggressive here, getting the Pericles Spears into the Mercenary Peltasts. Eastern Cataphract didn't look like they got the charge there, they just ran into the unit. The Pericles Spears are out of ammunition, it seems. Citizen Cavalry, heroic charge into the Eastern Cataphracts. Very nice. Things are chaotic now. Sparta is breaking through, pushing back the foot skirmishers. Sparta has quite a few cav units remaining. And the Parthians are losing important cavalry units without making an impact. But yeah, the Citizen Cavalry Pericles Spear combination got defeated relatively quickly. More Pericles Spears incoming. But the volleys are sure to be devastating from all of these 40 missile damage skirmishers. they can stay at a very comfortable range. The thing to keep in mind though is that the further you are away from your target, the less you're going to be hitting. So although staying at the extreme range and firing might seem like a good idea, if you want the most bang for your arrows, then getting close puts your men at more risk, but also puts the enemy at an increased risk of dying to those arrows. The heroes of Sparta are running around here a bit, winning decisively against nobody. They're just winning, running around and winning. Sparta is continuing to chase winded cavalry for Parthia here. They just desperately want to get in with the spears into these cav fights, and who can blame them? That's the way they're going to win this. Get the cavalry in, support with spears, allow the bonus versus large to ignore the armor of these guys, and also the precursors cannot be underestimated against Parthia. Playing against the precursor heavy army as Parthia is extremely hard. Here we have these Chitzen cavalry getting into the noble horse archers, and the noble horse archers do not have any support aside from these eastern cataphracts, which the citizen cavalry disengaged from. The noble horse archers are tanky. Pulling out is going to kill them, but they are a reasonably tanky unit. Now in the back of Sparta. Sparta is thinning out at the moment, but so is Parthia. And Parthia is going to have run out. It's going to run out of map pretty soon. Syrian cavalry gets snagged by the eastern cataphracts. The eastern cataphracts in turn get charged by a bunch of angry Spartans. Barefoot angry Spartans, no less. Heroes of Sparta, very tired. They've been chasing after these Parthians for basically the entire battle. Camel cataphracts, still alive, gotten some kills, getting charged in the flank and taking... this isn't friendly fire, this is just fire. This is unfriendly fire. Chitzen cavalry gets charged in the back by the noble horse archers. By mass alone, the noble horse archers can do a lot of damage. They are very heavy missile. But they are fighting Spartan hoplites here. Still 90 armor, 95 health is... And this is sort of... not just in relation to this battle, but Eastern cataphracts. Let's just pause this for a moment. Eastern cataphracts, the highest health, or we have the royal cataphracts of course, but 115 health. If that was in Attila, that would be the health of no cavalry unit. The lowest health cavalry units are just below 200, and then you have cavalry units with over 300 health. So the values are, although the average armor values are lower for cavalry, the cavalry certainly got a buff in Attila. Eastern cataphracts still alive on the field here, although the noble blood are dying. Let's see what these guys are sniping. The Parthian foot. Sure, they are firing around some Tarentine cavalry. A nice side effect of the longer range on the archers is that you see some very nice arches when they fire from long range. These Parthian foot are standing around and doing absolutely nothing. Look at the citizen cavalry herding the Parthian archers into a tight ball, like marine predators herding baitfish. They decided against it because these guys are pretty much trapped anyway. Let's see. Yeah, they have nowhere to go. The Pericles spears got attacked in the rear, wavering due to being exhausted, and they should be losing this combat anytime soon. So the The eastern archers are running, but yeah, the cavalry is going to catch them. Even though they're only citizen cavalry, they are going to be able to take care of the Parthian foot very easily. Yep, there we go. Bunch of units routing. The noble horse archers are committing heroically to several fights. I fear it's not going to be enough for Parthia at the moment. Spartan hoplites just chilling while there are mercenary peltasts looking to charge them in their backsides, together with a frontal charge from the noble horse archers against the citizen cavalry. His Parthian foot general recently died, so yep, gets even worse here for Parthia.
We understand. As you advance at speed.
There are several ways to think about countering a faction that has cavalry and skirmish superiority. One is trying to play very defensively, so essentially boxing up and having skirmish support. The other one is taking the fight to the enemy, and in many cases that's more effective than boxing up. If you have access to relatively cheap infantry, relatively sturdy infantry, and a lot of precursors. And you're also going to, of course, be pushing the enemy back, and eventually he's going to be running out of map space. It's what I like to do, anyway. Other than boxing up, I've never been a fan of that. So these Parthian foot archers probably going to just rout due to the balance of power shifting heavily towards Sparta. Or this might be a mod thing. I'm looking at the balance of power and the amount of time remaining. The replay shouldn't be corrupted, but there are certainly some strange things going on here. Yeah, close defeat. It didn't take me back to the screen, which was unfortunate. But let's see. Yeah, Iraklis was commanding Sparta and Achilles was commanding Parthia. So a close defeat there. And the score is 1-1. We have another game. So I'm quite anxious to see how that's going to go for them. Strength and honor.